As a quick precursor to this episode, I would love to invite you to attend the autumn edition of my in-person event, Dare Greatly in the Coaching Arena, which will be held on Friday the 8th of November in Barnes, southwest London. It's a 5-minute walk from Barnes Station, and there's also a free car parking place on site. So it's the best of both worlds. We will be preparing and planning for your best ever 2025, and you will leave with that vision and strategy for your next 12 months with a newfound sense of connection and focus. We will be harvesting your present and planting the seeds for a profitable and joyful 2025, allowing your business goals to bloom with ease. I'm very excited to be bringing the warmth of the season and all of those beautiful colours and everything we can learn from shedding what no longer serves us and preparing for spring. Embrace the seasons of change and join me on 8th of November to Dare Greatly in the Coaching Arena. Do not worry if you don't know anyone. I will ensure that you feel welcome from the moment you arrive until the moment you leave. I cannot wait to see you there, and grab the link now in the show notes. Hello and welcome to Women in the Coaching Arena podcast. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Jo Lott, a business mentor and ICF accredited coach, and I help coaches to build brilliant businesses. I know that when you prepare to enter the arena, there is fear, self-doubt, comparison, anxiety, uncertainty. You can tend to armor up and protect yourself from vulnerability. In this podcast, I'll be sharing honest, not hype, practical and emotional tools to support you to make the difference that you're here for. Dare greatly, you belong in this arena. Hello, welcome to this episode of Women in the Coaching Arena. I am so glad you are here. The summer holidays have started and I'm seriously blessed to have created a term time only business. So I now have 6 weeks off and I cannot wait. This time is so needed to reconnect with myself, with my family, to take time out to do that big picture thinking in my business, which you really can't do from day to day. I'm excited to be taking on an online business manager in September. So I'm going to be working on mapping out processes, handing things over. So I have a lot to do. Despite thinking I have the summer off, I do have a very long to-do list of things that I want to get done, despite the fact I am away in Greece for 2 weeks and I have zero childcare for the rest of the time. So we shall see how I get on. But today I'm super excited to share with you a case study conversation with Beth O'Neill. Beth did the business of coaching earlier this year and has made huge progress. It's been an absolute joy to see, because I think the progress for Beth has been not just on a business level, also on various mindset levels and confidence and real embodiment of really stepping into that CEO status. So I'm excited to share this conversation with you. Hi, Beth. Thank you so much for agreeing to reflect on your journey with me. I cannot wait to hear what's been happening in your world. Please share a bit about you and what you do.
I'm Beth. I'm an ICF PPC leadership coach, and I work with mostly leaders and managers, training them in how to adopt core coaching competencies to how they lead. I also work with large organizations and teams and focus on women in leadership. I live in London. I've got a 2-year-old son, and I'm just so passionate about helping people develop as coaches in all areas of their life and leadership.
Yes, you're amazing. Can you remember before you joined the business of coaching, what was going on for you at that time?
Yeah. So I think when we started speaking, I'd been running my business for about 3 months. And prior to that, I had been working for this amazing coaching company for the past 4 years. And I had my PCC qualification and my CME accreditation. So I was very much set up to thrive in business. But obviously, when you're starting a business, there's so many different areas that you're not sure on: pricing, programs, modules, how to market yourself, all these different areas. I had a lot of questions. So I wasn't feeling fully confident in the business side, even though I knew that the coaching side I loved and I was really confident in that. But yeah, that other business side, I needed some help in.
Yeah, totally. And what was the impact of that for you at the time in terms of things that were happening?
I think it was holding me back from knowing what my core message was, knowing who my target audience was. I didn't have a plan in terms of how I was marketing it. I was just using my natural strength, like networking, for example. I've always loved that and I can always do that. But I didn't have that online presence and some of those other core areas to give me that full confidence to really go out there and start promoting my business.
Yes, totally. Oh, it's been a joy to see. And I always know people have nailed it when I can say and refer people to my clients because I am so clear on what they do. And that's what's happened for you with a coaching approach to leadership. It's been amazing to see your journey. What was most helpful for you from the program?
Different elements of the program that I found helpful. One part was just having the weekly sessions. I loved coming up to the weekly sessions and it being a different topic every week. I really enjoyed having the external speakers inspiring people to help me in different areas like blogs or website or SEO and having these topics to explore. I loved that. I loved having the group in terms of learning from each other and having that community space. And I've met up with people that were on my program during the time multiple times. And I've now got this strategy coaching group where we meet up every few months to help each other really get clear on our strategy and our message, and having that accountability and that support has been amazing. People on a similar journey and similar time of life with you. I've loved that. I also really appreciated having you as a business mentor. I felt like I really needed that, having someone to bounce ideas off. And I was thinking back to those early stages where I was really struggling with pricing and proposals, and you would review things for me. And yeah, it was just a real special time having you there, giving me that comfort and confidence and specific help. So I love that. I guess in terms of the content, it's an interesting one because since I started working with you, I've been quite busy in terms of delivery. So I've probably got through maybe 3/4 of the content on your program. And the stuff that I've done, I've loved, like the magnetic message, setting up an email list, being visible on LinkedIn. All of that stuff's been great. And there's still stuff that I haven't done yet, like the lead generation and a few of those other systems. And I'm excited to do them. I've just been delivering, which is a great place to be in. So I think what I'm really grateful for is that I can access this program, and I almost feel it would be great to have this conversation in a year's time once I've fully done the program to say, okay, from implementation over the past 2 years, this
Yeah.
is some of the amazing stuff that's happened.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I would love it to be a year long or 2 year long program, but I think people get nervous about committing for that long. But it does take that long to go out there, trial the thing, come back, implement it, get feedback, do it again. So I always want to include all of the different things that people can dip in and out of too.
And I actually do want to do all of them. And I think that if I hadn't been delivering so much, I would have.
Yes, totally. And no better excuse than delivering to clients. That's so cool. Tell me, what's the result for you? What's changed in your life and business since August last year?
I mean, so much has happened. I think developing my own program, like I had a lot of core tools and topics and themes from previous places that I'd worked and learned, but actually having the space to really build my own program, the different areas of the program and the different steps and the journey that you take people on. So I've found it helpful thinking about the journey of taking someone from the marketing perspective, like the nurture sequence and building that relationship over time, and then the journey of someone being on a program. That's been really helpful for me. Definitely confidence with pricing, and we had a few conversations about how I was severely undervaluing my work.
Yeah.
It took me time to really press into that and dig deep and realize what was going on for me, and also realize, wow, this is so valuable. And I think with the Women in Leadership program that I launched, I actually thought to myself, this is 12 years of me learning how to lead and manage, plus 7 years of coaching, plus all of the qualifications I've done. Why would I not price this at a competitive rate? It just doesn't make sense not to. So it's just helping me process and think about that and price things right. Having lots more visibility and presence on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I think we spoke a lot about being consistent, and, I might post and then a few weeks later post, whereas actually now I'm posting twice a week and trying to build that up even more. Once I've built some more of those structures, I'd love to have more presence on LinkedIn and do more podcasts and that sort of thing. So that's kind of what I'm working towards.
Yeah, totally. And in terms of clients and what you've done work-wise. Yeah, I'd love to hear more.
Mm. So when we started working together, I had one corporate client who I'd been working with for about 6 months, which was fantastic. And they're still a corporate client and they still want more and more trainings. I've trained 5 of their management teams within their organization.
Wow.
And I'm running their company day in September. And we're doing a full company coaching culture program, which is awesome. So I've loved that consistent work with them. Since then, I've taken on another 5 corporate clients who are at different stages of the coaching culture program. So I'm delivering that with them. It's always a tailored program, but essentially training their leadership teams and management teams in how to coach and then helping them apply that to all areas of their organization, from recruitment to team meetings, team building, appraisals, all staff communications. And I love having that individual approach with each company, but essentially training them in how to apply coaching competencies to how they lead. So I got an incredible client roster with the corporate side. In April to July this year, did my first Women in Leadership program, which is a program that I ran that women sign up to, which is different from the corporate program, which is where I go into organizations and deliver team training. This is women signing up to me. So that was different, and I really appreciated your support in preparing for that and getting that off the ground.
It requires a launch and showing up and filling it and getting all of those people to say yes on the same date. So you did an amazing job. Did you get 8 people
Yeah.
into your program?
Mm.
That's so amazing. And I know from all the things I've seen online that it's just been fantastic. So I cannot wait for your next one. How would you describe your experience of working with me?
Mm. I think you're such a natural, passionate, authentic, vulnerable, open person that I love the way that you facilitate the sessions and the way that you connect with each of us and give us that personalized approach. So it's been like having my personal business coach, business mentor. So I've really appreciated that support, but also how you design the program and all the amazing elements to it and the people that you bring along and just the thoughtfulness that you've put into that.
Amazing. And what was your biggest takeaway from the program?
Something around visibility or showing up. And I think within that, it's showing up on social media, showing up with your clients. I'm really big into confidence and executive presence. It's something that one of my core topics with women in leadership. And it just really it's really helped me to think, okay, what is my executive presence when I'm marketing my business, and tying that in has been fantastic. And I think with showing up as well, it's around trying things and knowing that this is a trial and error and taking risks and seeing how things land and being free with it in that way.
Yeah.
Probably earlier on, I was so nervous about making a mistake or saying something. And yeah, I think I've let go of a lot of that, which has been great.
I think your personal growth journey in terms of that type of thing has been outstanding. You know, every call, we would end the call and you'd be out there within half an hour doing whatever it was that we discussed without overthinking or anything. It was a joy to see how you take action, and you've been an inspiration for the whole group as well in doing so. So thank you for going all in. What's next for you? What are your plans in your business going forward?
In September, I'm launching the next Women in Leadership, and I want to just keep growing that. I'd love that to be a 3 to 6 to 12 program per year that I'm continuously running and growing a team around. So I've got really big hopes for that, for an online and an in-person version. And then just developing the coaching culture program even more and working with 5 clients at different stages of it. But I can't wait to finish the full thing, to be able to say these are the 5 full journeys of the coaching culture program, and making those programs better and more impactful every week that I go along. So really developing those 2 core programs. Every 2 months, I run Smuck Life, which is a women's breakfast workshop where I take a core topic from women in leadership, like self-belief or executive presence, and I facilitate a workshop. Excited about growing the community around that and inviting the women who have taken part in the program to help facilitate that, so they get more practice and they become part of this circular program where they can still get involved and be part of that. So I'm excited about growing that. And all my programs, they're all recycled content around the idea of coaching. So it sounds like I'm doing quite a lot of random stuff, but actually there is this red thread throughout, which is coaching. So I love designing that and helping people in different contexts and different ways to develop that.
Yeah, totally. You have definitely got your common thread, which is wonderful. And would you recommend the program? And if so, who to?
Mm. Yeah, I would recommend the program to any coach who wants to develop their online presence and develop their core business, especially coaches that have just finished their initial coaching qualification and are looking at developing the next steps. And for coaches that feel lonely and want some support and want some confidence. And like I said, I've really valued the community aspect and having those questions answered. Either I message you on LinkedIn or on the group, I'm forever asking questions and multiple people are sharing their experiences, and having that space to do that's been key. So I think if you're a coach that wants to develop your business side and wants to do that in community and have extra support, then this would be the program for you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Beth. And how can people get in touch with you? And what sort of services do you offer to my audience, which is generally qualified coaches?
Yeah, great. Beth O'Neill, PCC is my LinkedIn, or my email, hello at Beth O'Neill Coaching. What I do is train people in core coaching competencies. So if you're a coach and if you're a female leader, especially, and you want to have some more coach training and learn more about adopting coaching in your role, I would love you to get in touch about the Women in Leadership program, which is a 12-week program for female leaders and coaches who want to develop their core coaching competencies and have additional training in that area. Or if you work in an organization, you want help building a coaching culture and having some in-house training, I would love to support you in that.
Yes, fabulous. And any final words of wisdom to maybe new coaches who are starting this journey? What would your advice be?
Mm. I think something that's been helpful for me is thinking about my personal brand and my USP. And we speak a lot about niching, which is so important in terms of marketing, but who are we as individuals? What are our strengths? What gives us energy? What makes us unique? And thinking about that and then building that into your business, because when you are your authentic self and you're using your strengths and you're shining your light, you are much more attractive to people. You are much more approachable. People are interested. So I'd say figure out what makes you you and lean into that and learn how to use that and turn that into your personal brand and business. And that'll give you more confidence and more freedom.
Yes, lovely. Thank you so, so much, Beth, for your time, and cannot wait to continue to watch your journey.
Me too. Thanks, Jo.
I hope you enjoyed listening to Beth's journey. Do look her up on LinkedIn as Beth O'Neill and Instagram as It's Beth O'Neill. She does the most beautiful videos on Instagram showing what it's like to be part of her leadership program. So do go and check them out. If you're ready to take the next step and join me in my mentorship program, then you will find the link to the business of coaching in the show notes. Imagine how things will be different in 6 to 12 months' time if you get the daily support and feedback on things like your pricing, your offer, your website, your LinkedIn profile, as well as the step-by-step instructions to make this journey 10 times quicker for you. You will find the link to the business of coaching in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Women in the Coaching Arena. I have a mass of free resources on my website, joannalottcoaching.com. That's Joanna with an A and Lott with 2 T's, joannalottcoaching.com. And I'll also put links in the show notes below. Let me know if you found this episode useful, share it with a friend and leave me a review, and I will personally thank you for that. Remember to trust yourself, believe in yourself, and be the wise gardener who keeps on watering the seed. Get into the arena, dare greatly, and try.